The ice caves are the glacier's surreal interior.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for Earth's most awe-inspiring sights. For this list, we're only considering natural phenomena rather than human-made wonders.
We're in these marble caves, and I have to hit my head because they're so low.
Number 10. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, Hunan, China. Hunan is famous for its fiery cuisine, the ancient city of Fenghuang, and an abundance of natural beauty. If you desire a hefty dose of stunning Chinese nature, visit Zhangjiajie in northern Hunan.
It literally looks like a fairy tale come true. I really couldn't believe my eyes.
It's home to countless stone pillars, towering above a vast forest that sprawls for 1,400 square miles.
There are so many those freestanding sandstone rock pillars formed by the power of nature and time.
One 3,540-foot stone pillar was renamed the Avatar Hallelujah Mountain, since the region was a major inspiration for James Cameron's Avatar. It's also home to the Bailong Elevator, or the 100 Dragons Skylift in English, the world's tallest outdoor lift. They also placed the world's largest pedestrian glass bridge here, making it even more worthwhile to visit.
I feel a little scared, but I'm strong enough.
Number 9. Lake Natron, Ngorongoro, Tanzania. East Africa is one of the most vibrant areas on Earth and one of the oldest inhabited regions on the planet. In northern Tanzania, near the Kenyan border, Lake Natron can be found. It's famous for being one of the planet's deadliest lakes.
On getting to the lake, the first thing I noticed was how deserted and alone we were in the vast landscape. Everything was dead quiet.
This is because it's incredibly alkaline due to a high concentration of natron, or sodium carbonate decahydrate.
The lake's water can have a pH as high as 10.5, which is almost as alkaline as ammonia.
It's got a one-of-a-kind ecosystem and is home to 75% of the world's lesser flamingos.
If all conditions are just right, tens of thousands of baby flamingos will soon be walking in a great mass across the dry lake bed to fresh water which they can drink and wash their feathers in.
Also, have we mentioned it's a beautiful shade of red? This is made even more ominous by the huge quantity of petrified animals preserved at the lake's edges, a natural form of mummification. Number 8. The Door to Hell, Darvaza, Turkmenistan. The Caspian Sea provides the only coastline in Turkmenistan, which, despite its name, is an entirely inland water body. If you travel to central Turkmenistan, you won't be too far from the Darvaza gas crater, also known as the Door to Hell.
It looks like the kind of spot where Satan himself should jump out with a pitchfork and the whole works.
It's a naturally burning gas field, supposedly caused by a collapsed gas drilling rig. This happened in 1971, and the Soviets at the time decided to set it on fire to prevent toxic gas from spreading.
Having an uncontrolled release of methane is a really terrible idea. It's just incredibly dangerous because, again, if you're constantly burning it off, then it's not accumulating into, otherwise it could have just every once in a while would have just created a huge explosion.
They expected it to quickly burn itself out, but it's still burning strong more than 3 decades after the Soviet Union's collapse. Due to safety concerns, Turkmenistan is seeking to extinguish the crater, so make this a priority on your bucket list.
Don't worry though, there will still be plenty of ways to get to hell. Just not via this big gassy pit in Turkmenistan.
Number 7. Zhonghe National Geopark, Gansu, China. As one of the world's largest countries, China is full of magnificent nature. One of their most unique sites is the mountains of Zhonghe National Geopark in Gansu, neighboring Inner Mongolia.
The rock formations and the colors really remind me of somewhere in America or Australia. Definitely didn't expect this in China.
They're famous for their iconic rainbow pattern, which can easily be mistaken for paint. The mountains are so brilliant, they were voted one of China's most beautiful landforms.
And when you finally get an uninterrupted view of the Rainbow Mountains, it's something really special.
Their colors have been attributed to layers of sandstone and minerals, enhanced by tectonic activity which has angled the layers. It took over 24 million years to form, and covers 124 square miles, making it the largest multicolored mountain range.
As the crowds thinned even more and the sun got lower in the sky, the views just got better and better.
Number 6. Glowworm Caves, Waitomo, New Zealand. Famed for its wildlife, New Zealand is a country so gorgeous it was used as the backdrop for the Lord of the Rings movies. Its northernmost island, Waitomo, is home to the capital Auckland, alongside a lesser-known cave teeming with glowworms.
In the heart of New Zealand's North Island, there are caves where underground rivers roar beneath what looks like a sky speckled with twinkling stars.
These are specifically the Arachnocampa luminosa, a species exclusive to New Zealand. Boat rides through the caves provide a jaw-dropping view of the thousands of worms who live there.
Oh my god, it just like all of a sudden, the whole forest is just lit up.
Pictures are unable to do the site justice, making it a must-see.
I got pictures of their goopy little intestines, and I couldn't be happier.
It's also home to some impressive limestone formations, first formed 30 million years ago when the area was still submerged beneath the ocean. Number 5. Antelope Canyon, Arizona, United States. The Navajo Nation is a Native American reservation covering parts of Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah. It's the country's largest reservation, and unlike most, it's grown since its initial formation. On the Arizona side, you can visit the Upper Antelope Canyon, a sensational slot canyon.
Antelope Canyon probably receive about over 1 million people a year.
At high noon, stunning light rays will shine directly through the canyon, revealing remarkable, colorful patterns along its rock faces. It's become a big source of tourism for the Navajo and was formed by centuries of flash flooding.
See this very sharp edge right here? This is a contact between water out here flowing this way and swirling back around in here, taking the sediment probably up to almost fist size, grinding against the edge and carving this out over time and driving that erosion by a abrasion process.
It's still prone to these floods, making it semi-dangerous. Site safety has improved recently, meaning now is a better time than ever to visit.
I don't know no other place where you can feel like you're near everything sacred.
Number 4. Mount Roraima, Pacaraima Mountains, Venezuela, Brazil, Guyana. At the junction between 3 countries lives Mount Roraima, one of the largest flat-topped mountains on Earth.
For hundreds of years, explorers tried to conquer Mount Roraima, but failed. They returned empty-handed, defeated by Roraima's immense cliffs.
For those who have seen Pixar's Up, it might look familiar. That's because this mountain was the inspiration for its setting, with creators even hiking the mountain for ideas. It boasts a very fitting name originating from the indigenous Pemon people, which roughly translates to amazing blue-green.
Por la vista y amanecer y atardecer se ven aquí desde aquí, espectacular.
It's home to a plethora of unique flora and fauna. However, most of these remain unknown. Its flat peak has an area of roughly 13 to 19 square miles, and it's more than 7,200 feet above sea level. It can take almost a week to hike, but it's more than worth it.
7 days, 6 nights, and every day hiking, if not far, then hard. But the payoff are those unforgettable views, standing on cliff tops and looking down at the clouds below, just seeing the savannah stretch away into the distance.
Number 3. Marble Caves, Patagonia, Chile. The Andes mountain range runs along Chile's western border, giving it its long, snaky shape. In its southern portion, travelers can visit the Cuevas de Marmol.
Right, excuse my hair, but we're about to go in the first cave.
After 6 millennia, these caves have been carved by the Lake General Carrera, creating exquisite patterns. The lake itself is spectacular, with clear blue water caused by its glacial origins. The cave walls are decorated with picturesque blue patterns.
So this is Cathedral. This is the best one, they said, for photos and just the coolest one.
Small boats and kayaks are needed to visit since they're inaccessible by land. If you do go, try to sail over during the early morning, when the lighting is best for photography.
I think we took like 600 photos just firing away, but it was super cool, and yes, we hope you enjoyed.
We'll see you guys later.
Number 2. Pamukkale, Denizli, Turkey. Anatolia is one of the oldest regions inhabited by humans, making up most of modern Turkey. It's a hotspot for astonishing nature, and one of its most unique natural wonders is the Pamukkale travertines in southwestern Turkey.
Pamukkale is called the Cotton Castle because of its one-of-a-kind thermal pools nestled within the thick layers of white limestone.
Travertines are thermal pools formed due to hot springs. The result is a lush blue mineral water cascading down bright white ridges. Tourists are even allowed to take a dip in some of the largest pools.
If you come about halfway down the hill, you can find these cool thermal hot tubs. Enjoy the sunset from here.
The area is also home to Hierapolis, an ancient Greek city abandoned since the medieval period. Cleopatra's pools are also nearby, a stunning blue pool that was allegedly ordered constructed by Cleopatra herself. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Mendenhall Ice Caves, Alaska, United States. Magnificent ice caves can be found under this glacier.
Access to see these icy walls are only available to the truly adventurous.
Casa del Arbol, also known as the Treehouse, Baños, Ecuador. Swing atop the edge of a mountain at this astounding location. The Sea of Stars, Vadu Island, Maldives. Bioluminescent plankton turn these beaches beautifully blue.
As the waves crash on the beach, the water glows in the dark and gives the impression it is acting like a mirror that reflects the sparkling stars above.
Hitachi Seaside Park, Hitachinaka, Japan. This park has some of the world's largest fields of flowers. Trolltunga, Hordaland, Norway. Perch yourself atop the troll's tongue for a stunning view.
The queue to take the pictures is like in Disneyland. I'm not kidding, seriously.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Salar de Uyuni, Daniel Campos, Bolivia. Also known as the world's greatest mirror, Salar de Uyuni is the world's largest salt flat.
It's estimated that there are 10 billion tons of salt there.
It's over 4,000 square miles in area and located in southwest Bolivia. It's totally flat and is home to more than 70% of the world's lithium. When dry, you will be able to admire its mind-blowing hexagonal formations. After rain, a layer of water will settle on top, creating breathtaking reflections.
When it happens, it can be almost impossible to distinguish where the land ends and the sky begins.
At night, it becomes an astronomer's dream, with the entire Milky Way being visible across both the sky and the floor. A fraction of its beauty can be revealed in photos, but you will have to visit to experience its full glory.
Barring a few islands, the area is mostly flat, which makes the remarkable mirror effect even more effective.
What natural wonder blew your mind? Tell us in the comments below. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.